Hi there. As you know, I'm Dre from the Ignorant Noodle. 2 years ago, I went on a world tour interviewing a bunch of black businesses and entrepreneurs, and there was an issue with the person that I got as my editor. It was supposed to record and edit the footage for me. Well, I had paid him half up front, half when the flight landed, and after that, MIA. So he recorded everything. Somehow he stayed in contact, but he just wouldn't edit the footage for whatever reason. So it's been, after like a year of it, I was like, dude, just give me back my footage. Because at this point, it was too much work trying to convince him to do it. And normally, there was a contract involved. Normally, I would have took the legal route, but COVID. And it became more of a hassle. They wasn't doing civil cases for a while. So after doing, talking to some people, talking to some of my bigger names, friends, associates, peers on YouTube, they was like, hey man, sometimes you gotta bite that bullet and just move forward. So I did get the footage back. I've been editing it in the spare time that I have, and it's finally done. All of it's done. So just so you know, I'm not as good an editor as he was. Get that out the way. 2, the only video that he managed to get done was the dormtainment interview. So that editing is going to be completely different from the rest because that's the one he did. Just tossing it out there. But yeah, also there was some interviews lost. When he sent me all the footage, somehow there was a few interviews that weren't in there. Luckily, 2 of them, the one with Dita Montana and the one with Smurf and Izzy. Smurf's from Cream of the Crop podcast and Izzy's from Prodigy Sportive PSA podcast. Those was already up on the channel because I wanted to give you guys something after talking about the tour so much. That's like 2 years ago. But now, here's the rest of the footage. Enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of the Ignorant Noodle. It's your boy Dre. And today we got, one of the biggest tickets on this whole tour. One of the most known names on this whole tour. One of the most recognizable faces on this whole tour. Mike Dam.
Wow.
No, that's facts, man.
Thank you. Wow.
Go ahead and tell him about yourself, Mike.
Hey man, I'm Mike Dam. I'm the guy that does whatever he wants. I'm the guy that does comedy, music, acting, DJing, whatever I feel like I have a passion for, I just go for it. That's me.
Talk to one of my homegirls. She was just like, "Oh, who are you interviewing today?" And I sent Mike Dam Dormtainment, and she said, "Oh, for a split second, he looks like Big Sean."
Okay, I get that. I was waiting. Which one?
I said
I was waiting.
I said that's funny because he usually gets Bill Bellamy, so I'm sure he'll be happy about that.
See, I thought you were gonna say that one.
And she said, "I don't know who that is." I was like, "He was known as the the sexiest comedian in the '90s." So I googled it. That's a lot more accurate.
Yeah. I don't see it.
That's like I get it. I think it's just the big ears and smile. I think that's all it is.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Why not, man? Big Bellamy was big for how to be a player, all that.
Compare me to Will Smith. Man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather look like him.
It's a lot more longevity in that.
Yeah, I'm probably thinking about the career more than the looks. If Bill Bellamy had Will Smith's career, I'd be like, yeah, Bill Bellamy all day. That's my brother. That's my dad.
So, for the people that don't know Mike Dam, Mike 3G, Mike Anthony, all the other names,
all of that.
How did it start from 2009 until now?
It started with me wanting to get out my confines of Florida and where I was living and my job situation, my girlfriend situation, even my living situation with my mom, where I felt like, shit, my mom had control over me.
Yeah.
It was just like I was 20 and I had to tell her where I was going, and if she didn't like it, I would have to hear about it. Yeah. And it was just like, this isn't the life I envisioned.
Yeah, and the Jamaican culture.
Yeah, it's like no matter how old you are, as long as you living under their roof, it's gonna be. Even when I go home now,
Yeah.
my mom is still calling me like, "Where you at?" It's like, "Oh, I'm out. Like, I'll be back."
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanting to find better, man. Like honestly, a lot of people don't know, but me leaving Miami to go be with the guys in Atlanta wasn't for comedy. I went to go write a book.
Yeah.
I thought I had, I mean, shit, it's still an experience, but at the time, my girl had broke up with me, and my uncle had died, and his family came to live with me.
Yeah.
Like his wife and her kids, like
Yeah.
they came to live with us, and it was like a lot of things going on for me, and I was like, man, something in me just said, I gotta write about this.
Yeah.
I never wrote a book, I didn't know anything about it, but I was just like, I gotta tell my story. So I left Atlanta. And when my mom asked me what I was going to go do, I was like, oh, I'm still going to work. I'm still going to do college, but I'm going to go write a book. And she was just like, book?
Yeah.
You know, no book? And I was like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But I guess I did kind of, like, skits is book.
Yeah,
it's a new form.
Skits, you know, not as long as a book, but your catalog is 10 years deep.
I got to tell my story.
Yeah.
Even one of our first sketches, Thug Lovin', which was me talking about how I felt like girls at the time wasn't giving me no play because it was all about thugs. And I was just like, that's just not me. Like, I tried to do it, but I came back to myself and I'm just like, y'all got to realize this shit trash. Now, I don't think it's trash anymore. Everyone has their preference. But at the time, I was just like, what's going on? I was just so concerned.
One of the big characters that created Mike Dam.
Lean Leon.
Yeah, Lean and Leon.
Yes.
What was... Obviously, the inspiration is literally upbringing. That's based off a lot of family members, but like...
How did it start?
Yeah, what was the beginning of it?
It was one day, Emmanuel had a class project for Art Institute, and he was supposed to like be marketing oatmeal. So he was filming himself in the kitchen, like making commercial for oatmeal. And then I kind of went in there and just took the oatmeal and started doing it in Jamaican accent. And Chaz was there, and I think Cam was there too, and they just started laughing, and Chaz was like, you gotta make that a character. And I think Cam names all our characters. Yeah. You could tell which ones he names because they all have like the same 2 letters.
Alliteration?
Leaning Leon, Shawty Sean, Jerry J. He does that a lot. So he was like, you should call him Leaning Leon. And we was like, all right, bet.
Was you already leaning at the time?
Yeah, I think I was. But that was just coming from how Jamaicans talk. Like my uncle, you know, it's that attitude. It's just like, I'm so cool, I don't even got to stand.
Because I say it'd have been weird if it was like just Mike walking into a room. Right. Leaning Leon's like,
like, how'd you do that?
Do I gotta...
No, I was already leading, so I think that gave him the idea. And then Leon is just, that's a Jamaican ass.
Techie gal tech.
Techie gal tech, yeah.
Come on, man. I'm a crazy fan. Found out about you guys a while ago. But slowly, everybody does everything. What pushed you so hard into DJing from just regular music that you guys was making?
Well, I was DJing. Probably I started DJing around the same time Normtainment started. And that just came from, that wasn't even a thought of mine.
Yeah.
It just came from being in Atlanta, being out of the confines of my mom's home, and actually being able to go out.
Yeah, just try something.
And party. And not have to worry about my mom calling me and actually like enjoying my life. So once I started doing that, and I realized like clubs was really boring. Yeah. Like all this excitement of me wanting to go out and Mom, leave me, let me go. And I finally go, and after like maybe 10 times, I was like, it's kind of the same. But the thing is, I still like the idea of being out. I still like the idea of seeing people, being around people. But I just felt like the club sometimes the music was boring. So I always used to go to the club and be like, if I was DJing, I would have played this right here. Or I would go home and be like, they didn't play no Uncle Luke, nothing.
Come on, man. So Live Crew gotta get in there.
Right. So once I started feeling those like strong feelings about what the DJs was missing, I just kind of picked it up myself. I downloaded a little software on my laptop, and like maybe like after playing with that for like maybe 3 months and just like entertaining the guys at the crib and playing music while we get ready and just DJ.
Doing stuff, just hanging out.
One day Emmanuel came home and was like, yo, I got you a gig. Yeah. And I was like, what? He was like, oh, the barbershop across the street is having a grand opening party. They need a DJ, $75. Yes. And I was like, I was like, wow, I don't have enough music.
So the first gig was $75 at a barbershop.
Yeah, at a barbershop.
And now you're doing BT after shows, iHeartRadio shows.
Hilarious, right?
Yo,
so after after I did that gig, and I got the $75 in my hand, I was like, I just made almost $100 in like an hour and a half for something I love that I barely even really like stressed. Like I was having fun. I would have paid to do it.
Yeah,
that's how I felt about it. And like it just let me down. I was like, I can do this. And it just started from there. Just me live streaming myself DJing and like gaining a lot of college, because our fans, obviously our fans are college, gaining a lot of colleges who just wanted me to come to their spring kickoff.
Just to say, bro, we got Mike from Dorm Tank.
But then I'd actually be good, and then they booked me again. Yeah. Next thing you know, I'm like their reoccurring DJ. Yeah. So I was like, after a while, I was like, oh shit! Within a year time, I think I made like a strong business out of DJing in Atlanta.
And you know, you guys came out, you DJ. Everybody knows you DJ. The guys. What was the turning point where the public, aside from Atlanta, just coming to the Cali crowd, because everybody's saying, oh yeah, Mike is our DJ, we love Mike DJ, Mike DJs all the events. Like, what point do you think people went from, oh, that's just his friends, to, nah, Mike's really cold with it?
Honestly, my friends have always believed in me, and they always said I was good. Chaz was the main one that always, like, I feel like a lot of the reason my momentum started picking up in Cali was because of Chaz just mentioning it to his friends.
Casually all the time.
Or then his friends saying, oh, we need a DJ for this event. And Chaz like, you know, Mike's the best DJ ever. And they would be like, really? And he'd be like, yeah. And then when I go and do it, then I just become their DJ. So me doing things for friends for free out here in Cali kind of got me back into DJing out here.
Put the resume out.
When we got out here, it was like I almost stopped for a while, because it was like straight on acting, straight on production. We had hit the ground running. So it took like almost a year and a half to get back into it.
Damn.
And then once I started, I think I made up my mind one day, and I was like, I want to start doing clubs again. But it didn't start like that. I started doing like back of restaurants, charity events, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like I went, and ATL was going up, and I came back here and had to take another step down.
Had to start over.
Just to get back to it.
And like I said, man, I've been a fan. I've been watching you guys. So I've seen, you know, some of the areas that you DJ, and then I'm just like, oh, Mike's DJing. Mike's DJing. Cool. Whatever. Yeah. But then they started getting crazy and crazy. I'm just like, Mike's DJing. Yo, Mike's DJing. Like yesterday when we coming off the plane and come out here, you know, I just looked, and it was like, you said, you was like, hey, can we do it early? Because I got something to do later in the day. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But then you left one thing, and you was like at a party. Yep. I'm like, oh, Mike's at a party. Cool, whatever, you know. Then it just kept going. Then I was like, wait a second. Yo, Mike's DJing right now. And that's when I was like, yo, this thing ends at 2. I was like, I hope this man going to be up. Because you went from some spot in West Hollywood. Yep. I seen that. I was like, yo, Mike's getting money. I can just tell by this picture of just the turntables in the area.
That was a good little spot.
Then you went to the party. I'm just like, yo, this man is really making moves. And that's when I realized, like, yo, that's probably why he came home early. He had more money to get to.
Yeah. That's just all me. That's why I envision, bro. Like, I envision myself getting up and going from gig to gig and just doing what I love. And it's starting to happen.
Has DJing ever gotten in the way of dormtainment things, or do you generally keep them separated well?
I would say music and DJing can get in the way of dormtainment. There was a point where I wasn't doing all of these things, just dormtainment. Yeah. And I feel like there was probably more progress, more production from dormtainment during those times. Yeah. But then when I kind of picked up my, you know, I think it has slowed down. Yeah. But I kind of have to, man. It's a part of me, and I feel like it just gives more space for the other guys to come and fill their role. Yeah. Instead of me trying to do everything, it's like now everyone can kind of fill in their role and find their purpose and their role in the group by me kind of stepping back a little bit. Yeah. Because
I figured, you know, obviously events sometimes go longer, both sides, shooting wise and like DJing events. Yeah. Like you don't want to end the party early. So has there ever been a time where you was like kind of like up there turning to just like, yo, I really got to get to the shoot, but I mean, hopefully they understand.
Nah, usually if I have a hard time, if I have a hard out, like I'll be like, nah, I gotta go. Like, nah, it's usually no problem with DJing.
Just like, I'm gonna take my laptop. Y'all bring turntables later.
Being on set is different. Yeah, like when you're on set, just cut. When you're on set for something and then you got to go somewhere, that's hard because they drag all day on set. Yeah,
Have out of all your mixes, because you know I listen.
my favorite mixes. Hold on, I actually got this down. Like, what are your top 3 mixes? Because mine's, you know, the Mike's Secret Mix, DT Nights Radio, and the Summer Mix.
Yeah.
And specifically the Wayne and Dormtainment one.
Wow, that was the most slept on one too.
The Wayne?
Yeah.
Or the Dormtainment?
No, the Wayne one.
That's what?
Yeah, people slept on that. I guess because everyone's not as much of a Lil Wayne fan as I thought. But people slept on that one. But it's hard to tell, man. The Top Secret one probably my favorite.
I listened to that one the most. Like,
appreciate
just casually.
That was the one I set out to. Before that mix, SoundCloud started taking down mixes that had any original music, not any copyright music on there. So if you had a song in there that was just like a straight song with no edits or nothing, they would take the whole mix down.
So that's when you started.
So I said I have to customize my mixes. So that was my first one. That was my last one so far. But because it took me like 2 months to put that hour together.
Oh, that's crazy.
But that's the most proudest thing I've done as far as like DJing and mixing together, I guess.
What's your top Mike Dam originals? Like, again, mine is Black Girl Magic, Mission featuring Rome, and Pondy Bed.
Pondy Bed.
And that's a Lena Leon joint, so that's not even a Mike Dam joint.
I would say Tight Pum Pum. Energy.
Yo, that was nice. I like the video.
The latest one, my Energy one. And the thing about Energy is it wasn't all me.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I wish I could say I just came up with it on my own. Yeah. Someone sent me the beat and someone sent me the melody.
And he was just like,
and he was like, if you could write to it, go ahead. Yeah. And I wrote it and re-recorded it and it became mine.
So that was pretty much a fan joint though, just kind of like, hey, I created this.
It was kind of the same way how we met.
Yeah.
Through Instagram, someone just being like, I'm a fan, let's work.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not one of those people like, oh, you know,
yeah.
No, it's like, okay, if it's legit and it's positive, let's do it.
You was going away because I'm sure people thought that because you was on the thing where you just only followed Dormtainment.
Right.
So I'm sure that was kind of like, bougie. Yeah, oh, this Hollywood ass.
And I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Not because of that, because I don't, you know, at the end of the day, I did it for me.
Yeah.
But now that I have, you see my followers go up now. Yeah. Just because people feel like I'm more open now.
Yeah.
So because of that, I want to keep it like that just so I can, you know, invite more people.
Because that threw me off just because, you know, I seen the others like, oh, whatever, you know. I was like, I saw it in the most positive way. I was like, Mike just wants to be focused. He doesn't want all the asses down his timeline. You know, he wants his friends there. But if he tells everybody, I'm not following nobody can be like, Mike, you ain't seen my post, you ain't like my post. I was like, probably just searches his homies every now and then.
If I was just to follow my friends and people would get offended. So it's just like, it was all for me, bro. It was just like I wanted a peace of mind. Sometimes you follow someone, even now, like I have more control now, so it doesn't bother me. But like you follow 100 people and they all update and you scrolling for an hour, trying to keep up to date with everybody posted. Then you go on there and someone just posts something, you ain't really trying to be on there, but you feel like if you don't like it, you hate. And so it's just like, it's so much that comes with it when you're not like focused. Yeah. And at the time I was just not focused and I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
Yeah. So
seeing everybody else was kind of making me feel away.
And the moment I seen Mike Dam followed you,
it
threw me off just because I was like, am I one of like 2 people he's following now? Like, there's no way. I'm a nobody. Then I looked, I was like, oh no, I guess he just opened up the floodgates. Now he's just,
it was literally,
he's just rocking with everybody rocking with him.
It was one night, Rome was at on this panel, and they were just talking about social media and just, you know, networking. Yeah. And someone said something about just being open.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start following people again. Cause I feel like I was shutting myself off network wise. Like how you said, a lot of
people see the bougie.
Exactly.
Top 3 producers.
Oh man. Wow. That's a good question.
Missy, Timbaland, Dr. Dre.
That's yours?
Yeah, and that's just overall.
Well, Pharrell for sure for me. Man, it's hard. It's hard. I have more like Party Next Door as a songwriter.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that's how you have more like the feelings of certain writers and stuff.
Yeah, like I like writers and I like songwriters because that's kind of, at the end of the day, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna make beats, but writing is what is my gold.
Have you ever, you know, since you got more into music, it comes the bro, everybody trying to do music now, bro, just be funny. Like I know you get that.
Yeah.
But has it ever been like one comment where you've seen the comments like, this sounds like some hate shit, but I'll take that. I'll take this as criticism, or is it just like all hating ass niggas in your comments?
Nah, sometimes it's shit. Someone, I mean, even on the brown skin video, one of the top comments is, "I love the song, but the auto-tune is trash."
Yeah.
And I could be like, "Oh, y'all don't know what the y'all ain't hip."
Yeah.
But if people feel that way, I gotta look into it and be like, okay,
criticism.
Maybe I need to get a better auto-tune.
Yeah.
Man, I'm still gonna use it.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just gotta get a better one.
Y'all ain't shutting down my shine completely.
I ain't shutting down my shine at all. But I'm not gonna look at it and be like, oh, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I'm like,
Make the whole next song robot voice.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, criticism it's all about you, bro. It's all about how you control your surroundings. Criticism to me, I welcome it, and I don't ever. Of course, it hurts right away, at first, but it's just like, yeah, all right. I'm not, you know.
Yeah. I was gonna ask what's more fun, making music or like making beats or writing, but you already said you're trying to be a writer. Yeah.
It's all fun. The whole process is fun, but. Honestly, when someone comes to me with a beat already and I get to feel the vibe right away, and I know, But when you're in the midst of making the beat and you find the first chord, then you got to find the beat pattern. It's like the beat kind of old before you even finish it.
and I was telling Rome, I was like, I don't listen to none of my interviews. Like after I used to edit the video before I got him, I used to edit them. I never watched them again. I was like, I don't like the sound of my voice. Like I've heard all this. Like I lived it, and then I had to do 6-7 hours of listening to it over just to edit. And I wasn't even doing nothing crazy. I was just adding in effects. It just takes me a while. I'm trash at editing. I'm bad at it.
Damn.
But what do you think is more complex from all of the Mike Dam, Dormtainment stuff, from comedy, like writing skits, producing, acting, songwriting? Like, what do you think is the most complex?
They all have their things.
Yeah.
Comedy is, I'm not going to say it's hard, but when you really start trying to understand what's funny and what makes me funny, it gets deep.
Yeah.
It gets deep because it's like you gotta really like know yourself.
Yeah.
And it's like a lot of things aren't the same. Like I watch a lot of comedies and it's just not the same no more.
Yeah. And bro, comedy's completely changed. I'm sitting there, you think of newcomers, Caleb City, Lennar, RDC World. Mm-hmm. They're dropping, funny 1-minute skits, and every now and then they'll drop like a 5-6 minute skit.
Yeah.
But then you got the old school like storyline Dormtainment joints, Dormtainment, 4YE, Bash, the rest of them. It's just like, like comedy's really changing, but it's still funny. Like it's still a new generation.
It, right?
And it's crazy, just like because sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, I can write skits, but stuff Lennar and Caleb City was like, I can't write that. Like, Lean Cuisine, Nausea, Beat. I was like, I don't think I can write this type of comedy. Like, even if I wanted to.
Probably, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not your comedy.
Yeah, and I understand. And that's the thing. It's just like, because I can, like, with my writing, the stuff I've done, people have always said, this is good. It feels realistic. Like, this feels like things people are actually going to say. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I like that because that's me. I only write stuff that I can truly find funny.
Right.
But I see this other stuff and it's just like, like you ever got discouraged like looking at other people like, if they come to be collab, I don't think I can.
Well, I've never been intimidated. I've never been intimidated by anyone else's funny.
Yeah.
But I have looked at other like RDC World, for example. I've looked at their stuff and been like, damn, they only dropping minute skits, barely any cuts. Like they just like literally
going through one
shot and they just upload it and it gets millions. And I'm like, damn, should we start doing that? Is that what people want? But then I step back and I'm like, nah, that's what they do best. Yeah. That's their style. They've mastered that. That's what their fans expect from them. Our fans expect us to do what we do every time.
And another thing about them is the quality written comedy wise is there, but it's like they don't upgrade their equipment. Like them niggas still recording off their phone.
Right? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm sitting there like, Dormtainment, like y'all be having full production teams,
and
even when y'all had to build your own production teams.
Yeah,
it's like they really just
and our fans. What we gonna do? Well, we've built our fans to be accustomed to that. So even when we upgrade to the real shit, they love it more. Yeah. And whenever we go back down, you can tell, you can feel it, you can see it. It's just like, all right, appreciate it. But it's like they want
you put something out,
right? But they want the big stuff.
Aside from the Leaning Leon, musical.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of scoring? Like, do you want to score like a full production?
Yeah. I see myself anything, man. Anything when it comes to music. I can see myself leaving my house and going to a studio and watching clips and scoring and making music for them. I can see myself going into a studio with a new artist and trying to develop a whole new sound for him. It's just any aspect of it, man. I'm down for it.
All right, if y'all in Cali, hit up Mike.
Yeah,
he wants this.
Yeah, I want it.
So, you've been getting to a lot of theme songs and show intros and stuff. Besides my cartoon Fever coming soon, and the Fuse TV, what was it? Sugar and Toys. Yeah. How did that come about? How did the Sugar? Because I know how mine came about. I hit you up. How did Sugar and Toys come about?
Like they say, man, everything is about who you know.
Yeah.
It's all about relationships. The director of Sugar and Toys, shot our Comedy Central series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And when he asked us to be on set for Sugar and Toys, while I was on set, I just asked. I said, "Who's doing the music?" And they actually had someone. Yeah. And I was like, "All right, cool. Well, let's just let y'all know I do it too."
SoundCloud.
And they was like, "Cool." Maybe 2 weeks later, the director hits me and is like, "Hey, we got some music, but we don't like it. Can you send us some options?"
Yeah.
And I sent them 3, and they picked 2.
Yeah.
I sent them 3 options. They picked 2, and then they asked me to do like 20 different variations of one of them. So it's like literally like 40 songs on that show that I have, but the intro is the big one. So yeah, it was just all about knowing people, man.
Because that's actually why I hit you up.
Yeah.
Because I seen that and I was like, oh shit, you doing it? I was like, I need an intro.
And you didn't even think about me doing that before.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, I've always thought to work with you guys. I've been hitting you way before, but then like when I started, I was like, yo, Mike produces. Like, why wasn't this my first thought?
Yeah.
And I've had that issue a lot. Same thing when I got Creature to be the videographer for this. The old person dropped out, and I was like, yo, I posted that, yo, I need somebody new to do it. And then I was like, yo, I just got this really dope dude right here, works for No Jumper. And I was like, hey, can you do this tour, for this amount of money? He was like, yes.
Yeah.
No other words, yes. Yeah. Same thing with you. He was like, hey, can you and Rome do an intro? Yes. All right, cool. And how many other projects have you just randomly received in your inbox and was just like...
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of them. A lot, not all of them, but honestly, especially when it comes to music, man, I'm so accepting.
Yeah. I
just feel like God is just every opportunity is just a reminder. Keep going, bro.
Yeah, and I get people are coming to me asking for me to write stuff. Like it's getting to like, hey, can you do a lyric video for me? And I'm like, I ain't never done this.
Yeah, but you still got to do it.
Yeah, and the whole interview process that started. But, musicians are the hardest at promoting themselves. So it's like, I want to interview all types of black entrepreneurs. But it's rappers. Rappers just like, yo, put me on. And I'm just like, yo, it's crazy. Like, yo, rappers are the only ones that's really out here, like,
rappers are
grinding. Yeah, like,
hustlers. Yeah.
And other people just like, oh, well, I'll think about it. Not rappers, bro. They'll hit anybody up.
That's kind of the mindset.
Yeah, they drop mixtapes and Happy Meals now.
I have a rapper mindset. Yeah. You got to.
You got to. Yeah. Who's one person that you would love to work with and like you just waiting, like you shooting shots at them, you just waiting for a response?
I haven't shot a shot at them, but Drake's gonna be here soon.
Yeah.
Drake's gonna be here soon. I'm gonna work with Drake.
Pull them strings with 4YE. Just go ahead. Just
true. But I want it to be organic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I want it to be like where it's like, yo, I fuck with your music, man.
And you've been popping up. I've been seeing you at these events you're working.
A few girls play your music in the 6th floor. Like I want it to be like that. It's like, oh, let's make something together.
I like energy, man. Come on.
Yeah. And I think
I feel like you got enough Jamaican joints, like the Caribbean vibes. Oh, yeah. I feel like he'd look at it and go,
right up his alley. Yeah. Right up his alley. But that would be a great accomplishment for me. And obviously I want to work with a lot more people.
Yeah.
But Drake is
right now, title wise, like Drake would be great for your career, and it's like, yo, I worked with Drake. Like that's just a personal accomplishment.
I'm a 100% fan of like I've been there since the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's like that would be.
And man, that's exactly how I felt just having all y'all say, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Because I've been when I do things, I try to separate. When I'm talking to Mike Dam and Dormtainment stuff, that's why when I talk about Mike stuff, I go to Mike.
Yeah.
When it's Dormtainment, I try to stick it with Rome.
Yeah.
But because the rest of them, they just don't respond. And, like I be hitting them up. It's just That's like when you first run, I was just like, all right. So every now and then it's just like, let me chill out. Let me not blow him up. So it's like, to Mike, it's still, it's a fan, but hey, chill out, bro.
At this point, we did business together, so it's like
multiple times,
yeah. I can trust you, not, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like I've been trying to like promote, like, hey, I'm working with these guys, but also not like, hey, guys, look at big names. Yeah, like sitting up there, and I'm just like, I'm in Dorm Taman's house.
Yeah.
8 years ago, I was sitting on the floor watching their video, watching Penny Pong for the first time. I'm in Dorm Taman's house. Coming up the street, I see the Hot Girl Cops Edition.
Hilarious.
And I'm just sitting there, I'm looking at the street, and I was just on my phone. I looked up. Yeah, I know exactly where they. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, this is wild. So, getting out of here, is there any projects you got coming up? Anything you want to promote besides Room Noise? You know, out everywhere. Check it out now.
Yep. Room Noise out everywhere. Check it out now. Daddy Season still streaming my video Energy. I might shoot one more video for that, but I'm gearing up to do something else musically, another project. Yeah. I don't know what yet. I'm feeling the itch a little bit now. I had to really focus on marketing because they say the hardest part of dropping an album is the marketing.
Yeah, I mean T-Pain just had his tour canceled because nobody knew about it.
Oh, wow. Damn,
yeah,
that sucks. So I focused really a lot on Daddy Season. Yeah. I think I did. I did.
You did dope one. Yeah, you had shirts. You had the.
Thank you.
Damn near everything you did for at one point was every post was Daddy Season.
Exactly. So I feel like I have the trust of a certain group of people now, and I want to take their expectations to another level this next time, as far as quality, auto-tune, just songs, and the people I've been like touching and working with lately, who believe in me off of just the last project, really want to see me get better. Yeah. And so I can't wait to just work with them. And even if none of the songs are written by me and none of the beats are made by me, I did this. I'm still happy to do something like great.
Man, I got a lot of artists that love to work with you, so I'm sending your way, and, you know,
see what happens.
Everybody promote themselves, so they say they're working with Mike Dam.
Yeah, and I get a song.
Yeah.
Now we both get to grow up. Look, music is real estate. Yeah. So if we make something together, we got a house together. Yeah. And we put it up, and we can forever make money off this. Yeah. Yeah.
How would you feel if you got a Grammy off of a Dorm Taman, like just one of Dorm Taman or Mike Dam joints, just unnecessarily shot up and like a Grammy came out of it?
That'd be great.
You gonna cry on stage?
I don't know if I'll cry. I'm not a happy crier. I'm not a happy crier. I'm more of a like. Yeah, fuck these niggas. I'm an angry happy. Like I'm like fuck these niggas. I wouldn't cry though. I'd probably just be like, I'd be excited.
Yeah. I'd be excited for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, you get a Grammy off a song. I'm just running
I'm gonna get a Grammy off a song.
I'm running the interview over. It's 13 years down the line. Like,
yeah. Repost it. Yeah. I'm gonna repost it too. Yeah. The reggae category isn't that deep, so I think I'm gonna get it for that.
Right, and everybody know the reggae folks.
Yeah.
Vibes Cartel, Gypsy, like
I'm still gonna be respected.
Sean Paul.
You know, I'll have a better chance of winning in that category.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and reggae artists don't really drop that often. They don't really, they're not rappers pretty much. You know,
they make it for themselves.
They make it for themselves. They got an island mindset.
Nah, fuck you guys.
Yeah, next 2 years, I drop an album.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, man. Tell them where to find you. Get out of here.
Mike Dam on everything: IG, Twitter, YouTube. Mike Dam. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
She got a vibe on 1,000. I love to see her phone calling. Yeah, this girl is a problem, and I ain't tryna solve it.
Shawty had my back like she was Pippin. Thought I was from Baltimore, the way she had me raving. So I fuck with you, it's like tryna do an art. Yeah, it take a
action.